1,000 subscribers and the Freedom Map is now live. Let's have a look. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me for this very special episode of Heiser Says. I'd like to thank all of you that helped me get to 1,000 subscribers. Here you can see the animation gift that I received from YouTube as a very special achievement. Thank you all very much. It's quite encouraging, and that's kind of why I spent all this time on the Freedom Map project, because I think it's an important thing. So I've got a blog that I've created where I'll host the Freedom Map, as I'm now calling it. It'll pretty much be a repository for all of my YouTube content. And if you click here, it'll load up. I've got a bit of a spiel here about the Freedom Map. Essentially, I want to track authoritarian, really, violence, activity, damage, political assaults, everything that we can, because we need to get that information, we need to catalog it to fight what the left are coming up with. We really need to, because they are getting quite emboldened. So you see here you've got a copy of the Freedom Map, and you can click on it on full screen. It's in JavaScript, so you can use it on your mobile phone. It's still a MVP, so it's a minimal viable product. I've taught myself how to do it, and I'll take you through a few of the things I want to look at. So property damage, riots, gang violence, political assaults and incidents like deplatforming, stuff like that, dangerous authoritarian organizations, anti-free speech areas. I want to include no-go zones as well. At the moment, I've just focused on Australia and started on New Zealand just to get it moving, but I'd like to get stuff from all over the world. And on the same page, I have the submission form. Now, I've designed it so it's anonymous. You can fill it out, pick, the only thing I need is the type of event, date of event, newspaper articles, anything that you think is important. Please share it here, and then I'll curate it and get it onto the map. I'd like to particularly look at all of the property damage they've done. So what we'll do is we'll just transition here, and we'll go to the full screen mode. I've opened this up before. So an example would be, let's go down to Melbourne. You can see here we've got property damage. So this was the bus that was damaged by calf at the Mullineux Southern event, and that was $5,000 worth of damage. Now this is all in the database, so ignore the fact that he's a little squeezed up. That can be fixed a bit later once I master the tools, but it means we start to catalog this information. So say you want to have an argument or put a position forward to maybe a Green city councillor that's going to all these Antifa events. You could say, why are you going to events that have caused, $100,000 worth of damage in the last 6 months in your electorate? Because think, every time they put a sticker on there, it costs money to pull down, costs money to clean, costs money to repair when they're assaulting people. We go in here. Let's go have a look at here at Carlton. We've got the Andrew Bolt attacked by Antifa. This is a politically motivated assault. Okay, this is assault. I mean, okay, he may have frankly kicked their ass, but that is aside from the point. So these organizations are getting emboldened. We've got also the gang violence all over Melbourne. We've got organizations here that we're cataloging. And I'll zoom a bit out. We'll go over, let's have a look at Perth. Over here, we've got the Dr. Van Meter deplatformed. And then I've highlighted this university as UWA, an anti-free speech zone. We'll go up again. We'll have a look over here at Brisbane. Here we have Martin Hartwig was assaulted after the Mullineux event by Antifa. There's a few little things missing there. I'll need to fix that up. It's still a work in progress, guys. We've got anti-fascist action in Brisbane here. They're an organization that we need to worry about. Here in Yeronga, we had some gang violence. There was a group that, I think 5 people, that went and robbed a night owl. So this is just the beginning of it. I'd like to. I hope you could all share and spread the word. We've got Lauren Southern's being turned away in the Kimber there. Over in Auckland, the city mayor pretty much turning the whole city into a no-go zone or a anti-free speech zone, all the council properties, by turning them away. So you can see here I'm starting to collect everything in here. And if you could share, we'll transition back here, share the website, make your own submissions, and we'll start building up a database. At the moment, it's all going to be accessible on here. You know, once it gets into a database, you can pull reports out, we can pull information out, we can use it to develop an argument. But another thing, before I go, the last thing I've added, and this is what's taken a bit of time, is if we click here, the federal electoral divisions. So you click on that, turn that on, and right now I've included in Australia all of your federal electorates. So you click on it, you can find the name. But the best thing is you press this little link here and it will jump to who the sitting member is. So that took me a while to figure out. Let's have a look at Melbourne. I wonder who's in Melbourne. Here we go. Adam Bart from the Greens. Well, let's see. Melbourne seems to be a bit of a hotbed at the moment for these type of events, doesn't it? So it's turned off by default because it makes it harder to select other things, really. Or you got to zoom in. It can be annoying. But I think it's useful if you are frustrated or you want to find out who on a federal level is responsible for these areas of the city, who you can write to complain. It's there. I'm going to add local councils as well and other, overseas provinces I can get as well, New Zealand and, other countries that are appropriate. You'd be surprised, actually, just if you zoom in here, you have a look. Look at how much data is in there, in the vectorial information, because all the little dots on the coast. So to map the 4 electoral districts of Tasmania takes more data than, all of Northern Territory or, half of Adelaide. That's just a funny little thing. So guys, please have a play. Let me know if you have any issues. You can also identify, if you click this button here, I'm not going to do it now because you'll see where my house is, but you can go online and on your phone and find out where you are. And yeah, that's really it. I've got it up and running now. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. And guys, once again, thank you all very much for the 1,000 subs. Please like, share, and subscribe. And please chuck any content or things you want added to this map. I think it's a useful tool, and we can start cataloging all of the violence, all of the assaults, all of the property damage, the deplatforming that's happening, start mapping it, and start showing people what is going on, that we've got this authoritarian movement happening in Australia and the UK and England, United States, and it's not coming from the right, it's coming from the left. Frankly, I think the whole right-left dichotomy needs to be thrown out. It needs to be authoritarian and libertarian, because we've got all these movements that want to control your life down to what you can say in public and what you can think. And I don't want to live like that, and I'm sure you don't too either. Guys, thank you all very much, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.